brother. We're beyond friends. Really, like literally, my little brother is Kanye. And like your little brother, things happen sometimes.
But now, okay, right there. Tell me what happened.
I have no problems. Do you have siblings?
You know, I was hurt about them not coming to the wedding. I understand they was going through some things, but if it's family, you know, you're not gonna.
Reports have started circulating that Tina Knowles has privately expressed concerns that North West may be feeling overshadowed by the rising achievements of Blue Ivy Carter. And when you look at Blue Ivy's trajectory, it's easy to see why those comparisons exist. She's already a Grammy winner, has stepped onto the stage during a massive global stadium tour, and continues to earn recognition for her discipline, professionalism, and presence. She's even made an appearance at the prestigious Met Gala, a milestone many celebrities dream of reaching. Meanwhile, North West has built a strong presence online and frequently captures attention across social platforms, but she hasn't yet reached the same level of structured achievements in music or performance. According to The Buzz, this contrast has sparked whispers that North feels people are constantly measuring her against Blue, and often placing Blue ahead. What adds another layer to the story is the claim that Kim Kardashian herself may be feeling some type of way about it. One blind report suggested that while Beyoncé was given the green light to bring Blue Ivy to the Met Gala, Kim was once again denied the opportunity to bring North, something that reportedly didn't sit well with her. Behind the scenes, insiders say Tina Knowles has also been critical of how North is being presented publicly. Allegedly, she believes Kim's approach, allowing bold fashion choices and frequent exposure, can come off as too much, too soon. There's even talk that she agrees with the growing online sentiment that North should be given more space to simply enjoy being a child, rather than constantly being pushed into the spotlight in ways that invite scrutiny. It's a strange shift, really, watching the conversation move from the icons themselves to their children. But that's exactly where things stand now. And to understand why people speculate about a possible rivalry between North and Blue Ivy, you have to look at the stark contrast in how their worlds are shaped at. On one side, Blue Ivy is presented almost like royalty. Her appearances are rare, intentional, and carefully curated. Whether she's standing beside her mother on a global stage, appearing in a high-fashion campaign, or making a statement at the Met Gala, everything about her presence feels controlled and refined. She embodies a quiet kind of power, the idea that sometimes saying less actually commands more attention. On the flip side, North West represents something entirely different, the bold, unfiltered energy of Gen Alpha in full motion. She's vibrant, outspoken, and constantly showing up on platforms like TikTok, where her personality shines without restraint. Whether she's playfully challenging her mom or brushing off paparazzi moments, North doesn't hold back. And her edgy, alternative fashion choices, they've practically become a cultural talking point on their own. Honestly, just based on their public personas, it's hard to imagine her and Blue Ivy Carter ever naturally crossing paths in the same social space. But it's not just about personality, it's also about how each of them has been guided to navigate fame. Tina Knowles has openly highlighted Blue Ivy's grounded nature, often describing her as polite, humble, and uninterested in chasing attention. During interviews and press moments, she's emphasized that Blue's inner circle is intentionally small and carefully chosen. By consistently praising Blue as calm, self-driven, and focused on developing her talents quietly, Tina has reinforced the idea that the Carter family prioritizes depth and discipline over viral fame. That philosophy stands in sharp contrast to the high-energy, content-driven world surrounding the Kardashian West brand, where visibility is power and North is often encouraged to embrace center stage. Because of this, many fans have taken Tina's comments as a subtle critique, intentional or not, of how the Kardashian approach operates. There's even speculation that the Carters see North's chaotic, viral presence as something that doesn't align with the polished image they've built around Blue. Whether deliberate or not, these comparisons have only intensified over time. And with Blue consistently being framed as composed, refined, and professional, it's easy to see how North might feel overshadowed or judged in that narrative. Adding even more complexity is the history between their families. It's tough for kids to form a natural bond when there's long-standing tension in the background. There was a time when Jay-Z and Kanye West were incredibly close, more like brothers than collaborators. Back in 2007, when Kanye dropped his album Graduation, he even included a track called Big Brother, where he openly expressed admiration for Jay-Z as both a mentor and an icon. Kanye's loyalty to the Carter camp was on full display during the infamous 2009 MTV Video Music Awards moment, when he interrupted Taylor Swift to insist that Beyoncé deserved the award instead. Their bond only grew stronger from there, eventually leading to the release of their joint project Watch the Throne in 2011, a cultural event that had fans across the world tuning in, discussing, and celebrating together in real time. But as history has shown, even the strongest alliances can shift, and when they do, the ripple effects don't just stay with the artists. Sometimes, they extend to the next generation too. Their bond didn't just live in the studio, it extended to the stage as well. Jay-Z and Kanye West even toured together, presenting themselves as a united force in music. Back in 2013, Jay-Z spoke candidly about what it was like working with Kanye, admitting that while their relationship had its challenges, it was rooted in something deeper than friendship. He described Kanye as family, like a younger brother, someone you might clash with at times, but never truly disconnect from. But then things started to shift. One of the biggest turning points came when Jay-Z and Beyoncé didn't attend Kanye's wedding to Kim Kardashian. That absence didn't go unnoticed. It hit a nerve. Kanye later opened up in a lengthy interview with Charlemagne the God, admitting he felt genuinely hurt by their decision. From his perspective, family shows up no matter what, and their absence felt like a clear signal that something wasn't right. What made the situation even more controversial was the timing. While speculation suggested there may have been a personal reason behind their absence, Beyoncé posting a vacation photo that same day only fueled public perception that it was a deliberate snub. From there, the distance between them only grew wider. The tension deepened further after Kim Kardashian was robbed in Paris. Kanye reportedly expected Jay-Z to reach out during such a traumatic moment, but when that didn't happen, it added another layer of disappointment. During a stop on his St. Pablo tour in Seattle, Kanye didn't hold back. He publicly called out Jay-Z, expressing frustration that someone he considered a brother hadn't checked in. He even questioned why their families had never spent time together, pointing out that their children had never formed a connection despite all the opportunities. When you look at it from that angle, it starts to make more sense. If North West and Blue Ivy Carter never built any kind of relationship early on, during a time when their families were closely connected, then expecting them to naturally bond now feels unlikely, and the situation only became more complicated as Kanye continued to speak out publicly. At one point, during a live performance, he openly criticized both Jay-Z and Beyoncé, even going as far as to suggest that Beyoncé had influenced the MTV Video Music Awards behind the scenes. Moments like that didn't just strain a friendship, they widened the gap between two families who were once nearly inseparable, making any connection between the next generation even more distant. Things only grew more complicated from there. Despite the history they shared, Kanye West eventually distanced himself from Tidal, a platform he had once helped shape alongside Jay-Z as a co-owner. His exit raised eyebrows, especially with reports suggesting he walked away over a financial dispute involving millions. Around the same time, Kanye became increasingly vocal, launching into public rants where he accused both Jay-Z and Beyoncé of being controlled by the industry, even going as far as to say he no longer wanted any association with them. At points, his comments crossed lines, bringing up their family members, including their twins and even Tina Knowles, seemingly out of nowhere. One of the more bizarre moments came when Kanye teamed up with the Game to preview a track titled Tina, which many believed referenced Tina Knowles. The rollout around it left fans confused and uncomfortable. Kanye shared a series of unusual social media posts, one showing him claiming to use the Game's phone to send a message to Tina, paired with odd captions and emojis that only added to the confusion. Other posts followed, including clips and captions that people widely criticized as inappropriate. The entire situation sparked backlash and left many questioning his intentions. Given all of this, it's not surprising that boundaries were likely drawn. Based on what's publicly out there, it's easy to imagine why Blue Ivy Carter would be kept at a distance from the Kardashian West circle. And considering how accessible all this information is online, it's not unrealistic to think that both Blue and North West are aware, at least to some extent, of the tension between their families. When kids grow up and start asking questions, the answers they find, or are told, can shape how they view each other. If their understanding of a situation is built on years of public drama, misconnections, and unresolved conflict, then it becomes much easier to see why a natural friendship might never form. It's not just about personality differences anymore, it's about history, and it's not like things are perfectly smooth between the mothers either. While Kim Kardashian has publicly described Beyoncé as kind and gracious, reports from events like the Watch the Throne era concert suggested their interactions were minimal, more polite than personal, with moments that felt more staged than genuine. There were even claims that Kim once gifted Beyoncé an extravagant present valued at around $150,000 after the birth of her twins, though rumors suggest the gesture didn't exactly land the way it was intended. All of this paints a picture that goes far beyond surface-level comparisons. What we're really looking at is a long, complicated web of relationships, where past alliances, public fallout, and personal choices have all played a role in shaping the distance we see today. There are even rumors that a lavish gift once sent by Kim Kardashian to Beyoncé, reportedly worth a small fortune, ended up being passed along to hospital staff without ever being opened. Whether that story is fully accurate or not, it only added fuel to the perception that the distance between these families runs deep. And realistically, after moments like that, it's just as unlikely that Kim would be eager for North West to form any close bond with the Carters either. Still, no matter how things play out, one thing is undeniable. Both North and Blue Ivy Carter are already carving out their own identities as the next wave of Hollywood royalty. They're growing up under intense public attention, yet shaping completely different images of what that spotlight looks like. And if we're being real, the idea that North hates Blue Ivy feels more like a narrative created by adults than anything rooted in reality. It reflects brand rivalries, public comparisons, and outside projections far more than it does the lives of two young girls. At the end of the day, they're simply kids navigating a level of fame that most grown-ups would struggle to handle. They exist in separate worlds, with different interests, different routines, and different expectations, and chances are they're not nearly as concerned with each other as the internet wants them to be. That said, there's also an argument many people are starting to notice. Both the Carter family and the Kardashian West Empire, in their own ways, benefit from keeping their children in the public eye. Whether intentional or not, their presence keeps conversations going and attention flowing. In the end, Tina Knowles may have her own perspective, just like everyone else. But the bigger question is, what do you think? Are you drawn more to the quiet, carefully crafted aura surrounding Blue Ivy? Or do you enjoy the bold, unpredictable energy that North brings? Do you believe there's any real tension between them? Or is this just a lingering Cold War between their families playing out in public?